I was wrong. Yes, I was. Sometimes I am. It's occasional. And it's always a surprise when I am. However, I was wrong. I think I got 1 out of 3 right. And this would be the predictions for the Spinebuster Episode 5 matches. They came to me yesterday and said, oh, we have this prediction thing going on. Would you like to predict the winners of the matches? And I did. And I was right on one instance. In one instance. And one of those predictions that I really thought would happen didn't come true. I had said that Skinner, the alligator man from the WWF 1991, Steve Kern himself, would have a run-in. I thought he would. I thought he might be in the area and have decided, hey, Steve, do you want to do a run-in tonight? Yeah, no problem at all. I thought it might have worked like that. What are the odds, eh? 5 to 1? I'm not a betting man, and you can tell, can't you? However, I am betting, what a segue, that you will have enjoyed Spinebuster 5. Why wouldn't you? They're really selling the medallion thing extremely well. You know, you have 3 medallions. I'll explain again. There is the gold medallion, which is the Spartan medallion. That's mano a mano. That's one person and one person. They have the Kronos medallion, the silver medallion, he said, bending forward to try and stop things falling off the chair. That's against the clock. And you have the Cerberus medallion, the bronze medallion for multi-person matches like tag matches and triple threats and fatal four-ways and cheeky quintets. Can't think of the Q. Queenly quintets. Quintessential quintets. Anyway, to win or to get a tilt anyway at the underground title in this great, as they call it, you need 3 medallions. 1 of each. You can't have 3 of one of each. And if you lose, even if you've got 2 medallions, you go down to 0. 0. That's a good rule, that. And we now have one person with 2 medallions, Joseph Connors, who tells us just how marvellous he is and how marvellous they are, he and Riley Nova, who doesn't seem to be getting much of a look in. He's not wrestled yet, has he? He's just helping Joseph. I mean, really, if I were you, Riley, I'd summon up the ability to say, or summon up the backbone to say to Joseph, hang on a minute, I think I might just do my own thing for a bit. Maybe. Just saying, I'm not trying to cause dissension or sow seeds here. Got my watering can out. Anyway, this week, so he's got two medallions, and this week, someone else will get a couple of medallions as well. They're on their way. First of all, though, we have the Nina Samuels understudies. I've never been an understudy myself. I've always been a main performer. I have. And I don't understand understudying, really, because, well, people do it in different ways, don't they? I've known understudies who have said, I've kind of learnt the lines. I'm probably never going to get on. I'm being paid money to do it. A lot of understudies have other roles, don't they? Smaller roles. And they get paid extra for the understudy thing. I don't know if they do now, but they used to in my day. And they think, oh, well, I don't think I'll ever go on. And when they do have to go on, they have a bit of trouble. They think, well, I've not learned the lines. Or there are people who are very serious about it and think, I could get on and that could improve my career. It never does. But anyway, like extra work. If I become an extra, maybe I'll become a really big actor. You won't. Anyway, they are the understudies, or the extras, if you like, and it will be Claudia, as Nina Samuels, not wearing the tiny top hat anymore. Shame. And who's the real power, and Holly Barber, who is great actually. She was kind of forced into it because Claudia loomed over her and she said, "Oh, okay then, I'll join." And she doesn't look very happy, really, which is great. And they will be facing, he said, looking at his notes, Maddie Morgan and Melissa Fierce for the gold medallion. Tilly Rose is on commentary. She's had previous with Nina Samuels. But then you know what? Who hasn't? So, she's quite a divisive figure, isn't she? Right. You've got Claudia Bradstone, distracting early on from the apron. And Holly Barber not really knowing what to do. Now, if you were a proper heel, you would go straight in there, wouldn't you? And chop block them or hit him with a backstabber or something like that. Or a clubbing forearm to the back of the neck. But no, she just kind of stands there, which is great, actually. There are some Melissa Fierce running uppercuts and a leg lariat for a 2 count. Claudia gets those big punches. She's so powerful, which put Melissa Fierce down. Nasty face plant as well. And Morgan hits a shotgun drop kick and a step-up knee. And Claudia Bradstone has to grab the hair. She then gets a big slam and a massive slap to the chest and a choke right in Nina's face. Nina's really enjoying that. Barlow then hits a suplex for a 2 count. And Claudia is all over Maddie Morgan. I mean, she just kind of stands on her at one point. I think she's standing on the neck, actually. Barber then gets some big punches and then hands over to Claudia for a head crank, which is, I mean, she's really cranking that. Barber then she almost smacks into Claudia. She explains to her how sorry she is and then steps out of the way for Morgan to smack into Claudia, who's, of course, on the apron. And then Holly Barber speaks to Nina Samuels to say, I'm very sorry about this, and consequently allows Melissa Fierce to get the hot tag to Maddie Morgan, who hits Maddie Morgan to get the hot tag to Melissa Fierce, who hits a backstabber, which is broken up by Claudia. Then Claudia gets a leg capture suplex, which is lovely. And Nina's upset. She wants Holly Barber to tag into Claudia Bradstone at one point. There is a Melissa Fierce super kick to Claudia Bradstone, and then a 619 in the corner, which looks a bit cramped to me, a bit cramped. Maddie gets a moonsault and gets the pin. And Nina is not very happy. She pie faces Holly Barber first. Then Claudia comes in as well. They smack her face on the mat, and then on the apron, then roll her into the ring until Tilly Rose has seen enough. And of course, the other two back off. So we don't know whether this is going to continue or whether Holly Barber will say, thank goodness for that, and stand with Tilly Rose against Nina Samuels and Claudia Bradstone. Actually, Samuels and Bradstone, attorneys at law, would be a very good tag team, I reckon. But anyway, those two have now won the Cerberus bronze medal, Maddie Morgan and Melissa Fierce. And we're on to Tyler Owens versus Oscar Prospero. Now, last week, you know that Oscar Prospero said that textbook Dave Breaks had not been in contact with him. He's only got the textbook now. It's encased in leather. His testimonials are encased in leather. And I wondered what that strange sound was when he walked. And he feels that this could be a test. He needs to work through it on his own. And although he is referring to the book, at one point in this match, he will decide not to refer to it, which is at the point that he gets beaten, sadly. Anyway, this is for a Silver Kronos medallion, so it's 10 minutes. And Oscar's still excited and delighted here. There is a takedown from Oscar, from Owen, should I say. And Prospero goes to the book to think, well, what do I do to counter that? Oh, yes. Quite nice, actually. Tyler Owens is great. Great wrestler. He was great in the last season. He's doing very well in this season, too. Second rope moonsault for a 2 count, which is nice. Prospero, though, hits an explosive suplex, which is very nice and looks like he's realising that he can actually do this on his own. Big chops, big tash as well. Not quite as big as mine, but he's trying, And then some very precise knees to the head. Then he tries a superplex, does Oscar, but Owens punches him and he falls off. He then, this is great actually, he jumps off to get ostensibly double knees to the chest, really, like a meteora, but he's caught in that position by Prospero, who throws him into the buckle. Owens bounces back, and then Prospero hits a nasty slam straight into another nasty sort of power bomb for a 2 count. It was fabulous. What a fantastic offense that was. Owens gets a kind of look like an angel's wings to me. I mean, sort of, a version of it, very nasty. And then called by Conor Bailey on commentary, quite right, because I thought, what's that? He explained it to me, and I thought, oh yeah. Prospero gets a gory special into a face buster. He gets a 2 count for that, only a 2 count. He then decides not to go to the book, and there is a sudden Owens counter suplex, and then a Michinoku driver that he holds onto with a very tight cover for the pin, with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. And he shakes Prospero's hand, and Prospero can do it, you see, on his own, but he didn't win. He didn't get the silver medallion. And Joey Slade, who lost to Shah Samuels last week, Shah went to see him and said, keep going, mate. So Joey, who was energised by that, said, you gave me something last week. I'm going to give you something. I want you to be my mentor. It's not really giving him something, is it? Because as Shah says, I've got time to do that, mate. I'm here to win matches and make money. I haven't got time to do it. What I will do, though, he also says, what do you want? Do you want a cuddle? He then says, I'll tell you what I'll do. There was a Rumble next week. There's an over-the-top Battle Royale. Or a Rumble, if thou wilt. If you will. And he'll watch him in that match and tell him what he thinks. Which Joey didn't seem very happy about. But that's all you're going to get, mate, from Shah Samuels, the East End Butcher. Right, your main event is for a gold Cerberus medallion, because it is a triple threat. It's Angel Hayes versus Madison Marley versus Charlie Evans. Now, Evans uses her power early with this, but she falls to a Madison dropkick. Then we've got, I think it's Hayes who pulls Evans out and smacks her on the outside. Hayes then pulls on, I think it was Madison's hair while stomping her head. Yeah, she pulled her hair because it's quite long hair, and then just while she had her foot on her head. It's quite naughty and nasty, that. She has that kind of attitude, really. Quite like the leg grapevine from Charlie Evans. That was very nice. And a suplex to Hayes at the same time. So what she did was she had the leg grapevine in, saw that Hayes was running at her, hit the suplex, managed to hold on to both at the same time. Great enziguri from Marley and a springboard X Factor. That was lovely. Evans got a massive clothesline on Marley, went for the pin. Hayes kicked her. She rolled off. Hayes stole the pin. There's your new attitude, folks, he said, scratching. And she's got 2 medallions. Count them, 2. She's got 2 now. Joseph Connors has got 2 now. It's heating up, isn't it? But then Spinebuster Wrestling was always hot. Ta-ta.